Good morning, Meridian, and welcome to Business Buzz. We're very pleased to have Gage Horne here with us today. Gage is the owner and videographer of Gage Horne Studios here in the Treasure Valley. Welcome, Gage.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for being a Meridian Chamber member as
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. So, wedding videographer business.
Yes.
Bet you've got some exciting stories you can share with us.
But plenty.
What inspired you to start your wedding videography business, and how has that journey really shaped the way that you capture a couple's most special day?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much, Sean. It's awesome to be here. Meridian Chamber of Commerce has been amazing. I love being a part of this community and just seeing everything that's just all the events going on in people community. It's just really cool to actually be a part of it.
Yeah.
So appreciate it. But yeah, so wedding videography, it's been a long journey. Like I have always been creating content. I was a dancer for like 10 years. I was actually the first male dancer to make the Bengal Dancers at Idaho State University in Pocatello. So yeah, my journey kind of started younger when I was a dancer, and I was filming a lot of videos way before TikTok and the fun ways to build an audience. But I kind of went through this whole thing, just like being on video and off video and creating content. So I was 10 years old, creating YouTube content before YouTube was even bought by Google, just, good stuff back in the day. And when I went to college, I switched from a dance major to film, learning that I love being behind the camera and bringing other people's visions to life and giving it, love, effort, and energy, and be able to like change things. And, someone coming with this idea or this thought and then making it come to life. And that led to like a lot of projects and commercials, shifting gears, got my bachelor's in video production. And very quickly after shooting a couple of weddings, I've learned that that's like my people. Those are my kinds of energy and being a part of. I just fell in love with it. Like a lot of people can find it very, very stressful because a lot of people like to be in control of situations. They like to, I want the lights, I want the camera, I want everything to be perfect. I love the chaos. I feel like I thrive in chaos, and that's what every wedding is. It's just chaos beginning to end. But just showing up and, you're meeting with these couples and you're learning their personalities. Some coming with cowboy hats and boots and they're having a big old farm country wedding, and other people are very business classy, getting married at the chateau. And it's just really cool getting to know the couples, and you're like building their story from then on. You're knowing them, who they are, what they like, their interests, their music tastes.
You're part of their most special day.
You're part of their most special day. So like, I just fell in love with that whole process, and then being able to meet them in the day of the wedding, filming everything, and just being able to create their like love story. And that's how I fell in love with wedding videography. We've done a little over 200 weddings now, which is, I've been to so many weddings, but love what I do.
And you're not crashing them. You're invited.
I'm not crashing them. Sometimes, I'll get on the dance floor, bring the old dance battles out.
There you go.
But yeah, it's a good time.
So 200 plus weddings. What's just one unforgettable moment that you've captured at a wedding that really stands out to you? And, how do you ensure that then you're providing that perfect video?
Yeah, there's always crazy things that happen, funny moments, things that weren't planned are planned. I've been to times, they always go for they pull the garter off the leg, but I've seen times guys pull out a nice little rolling thing with a whole toolbox, and they act like they're changing a car, and they go under the dress and they're pulling out the garter. Fun moments like that. But one that really is memorable and really kind of saluted like why I love it and how important it is on a very like deep level is probably like my 15th, 16th wedding I've ever done. This dad was sick, and he came to this wedding. He was from out of state. The bride and her dad were like, just loved each other. Such a beautiful, father-daughter relationship. And I knew that going into it. He was sick, so I got so much content. I really wanted to focus on him getting plenty of content. He gave a speech, and then when I finished the day, I built the wedding film based around that, and just like put a lot of his speeches and his thoughts and throughout the film, and like just really like cemented it all in there. And then about 3 months later, he ended up passing away. And that was one of the first moments that are really cemented in my head, and especially with the bride, like just calling me, and months after he passed, and was like, I've watched the video like 15 times. Like, I have no video of my dad. I have no video of how he sounds, like his mannerisms, how he moved through the world, how his energy was on this earth. Like, there's so much content that pictures are great because it's instant gratification. You need it on your photo. You need to share it. Those are very important. But video the audio, the mannerisms, how they maneuver through space and time. Like that stuff is so special. We don't have anything of our parents. And sadly, the only time we get video like that is weddings and funerals. To be able to get
those big moments.
Yeah, those big moments to get people together and be able to see them interact and stuff like that. So that's where I found this, like that was a very important moment that I said, this isn't, this is someone's like, this is this is everything to them. Their favorite people on the planet are there, and we want to capture everyone. So
well, that's a very touching moment in someone's life, and probably very special for that bride to have that. But I'm also sure, you don't have to share, there's some hilarious stuff.
There's plenty.
What makes you different from other wedding videographers, do you think?
So I've really spent a lot of time looking what the Valley has and how I could further, as any business, how can I differentiate? How can I be unique? How can I be different, fun, and energetic? So I came here in 2019 to start doing my first couple of weddings in the Treasure Valley, and then started doing wedding expos and really paying attention to the market and what's needed. Very quickly, I learned that we're moving to a spot where I like to call it like California style weddings, where you get like a 4-minute wedding recap of your entire wedding day. And that's very still popular today's day and age. They like the 4-minute, very cinematic wedding film. My style is I like to really, like, I would say I'm a cinematic wedding videographer, but I like to add a good amount of film that they actually get to see. So my films are almost always averaging 10, 15 minutes long. On top of that, no matter what collection they book with me, they always get a full ceremony edit. So regardless of your cinematic, beautiful, beginning to end, getting ready to send off, like the entire thing, they also get a whole edited ceremony. So they get the beginning to end, no matter what doesn't make the cut, they get that full ceremony to look back on. And if you get higher collections, you also get the full speeches. And then we do things like, I'm a licensed drone pilot, so I can get drone footage of the venue, the area, what the weather was like that day, the location. We do things called guest well wishes, where we run around for an hour and interview all the guests there, and basically, share thoughts, comments, a funny story, whatever you want. It's only for the couple to see, and you get crazy, stories and thoughts, and so things like that. And then also we do like a video motion book, which is a physical book that we put your wedding film onto that you can physically open, and your wedding film starts playing. It's like a little TV in a book. So just really unique, very unique ways. Like there's all kinds of different little services that we offer to really, like, from beginning to end, make sure that the bride is happy with their wedding film. They get really good amount of content. I want them feeling like when they walk away, they're not just left with this 3-minute film, which is beautiful and amazing, which we're so happy to do, but they get all this extra content.
So sounds like you put together a very professional deal. What do you believe having that professional wedding film, why is that such an important part of the wedding experience for someone?
It's so important. Like I said, regardless of like the funny moments or the sad moments, there's just so much that, my favorite, like it's such an easy pitch, right? And I feel like this is all needed, but like wedding DJ, wedding venue, wedding food, wedding dress, everything ends the day after your wedding, everything. And I hate to like say it like that, because you spend so much time planning your wedding, years and years, and people have spent decades thinking about it. And so to be able, like, it's a very important day and you want it to be perfect. I agree so much the fact that you want it so perfect, let's capture it. So my whole thing is the day after the wedding, photo and video is the only thing left over, right? Besides some grandma's cell phone and iPad videos, you're not going to have much content. So photo and video is so important. So for video, for me, it's like, I love everything you're doing about your wedding day. Let me capture it for you to literally have for the rest of your life. Because in 50 years, when you want to show your kids what grandpa sounded like, acted like, talked like, his voice, his mannerisms, we actually have a video we can show our younger generations and actually remember. So I feel like it's important.
Well, Gage, what's the best way for our viewers to learn a little bit more about Gage Horne Studios and how they can, schedule a meeting if they're interested in having you film that special moment in their life?
Yeah, absolutely. So just GageHorneStudios.com. That's our website. You can literally just Google Gage Horne Studios. We're on every social media platform. We post often. We're at the wedding expos, and we are just, and everywhere online, so you can find us.
Well, excellent. Well, Gage, thank you so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it. Chamber members, get Gage to come out and film those special moments for you, but we've got some special opportunities for you coming up as well. This time of year, we are doing our Coffee with Legislators every other Friday morning. So be sure and check our website for the dates and locations for those coming up. We have an after hours event coming up February 20th at Loose Screw Brewery. Be sure and come out for that great networking event. And then on February 27th, we are partnering with Bogus Basin and creating a Chamber Days ski day for you to come out, interact with your chamber friends, get a super discounted rate to ski Bogus that day. If you don't ski, come on up and just hang out with the rest of us. And then coming up, 1st of March is our first Friday event. This year, this month, in March, it'll be hosted by Panera Bread. Until then, Meridian, have a great weekend. Thank you.